Hello YouTube, Grand Captain Speedy Dash here. Last time on What If Gohan Kept Training, Goku Black followed Trunks back in time, but was beaten and fatally wounded while escaping. How will Ultimate Trunks' return to the future go? Find out now. Arriving in the future, it isn't long until they are confronted by Black. They are surprised that Black is fine, with Black explaining that they did almost kill him, but it wasn't enough, and now he'll repay them for that pain. Black immediately goes Super Saiyan Rose and starts beating Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. It isn't long before Trunks steps in and states this is his fight, with the two together being able to beat back Black. Black appears to be on the ropes until Zamasu appears, healing Black before the two go on the offensive. While Zamasu isn't able to match Ultimate Trunks' strength, his presence and heals turn the battle back in their favor. Gohan steps into the fight as it was going badly, with Vegeta regretting having to need Gohan's help. Zamasu is seemingly killed by a powerful blast from Gohan before all three gang up on Black. Just when it seemed over, Black is suddenly dragged away and fuses with Zamasu, making Fused Zamasu. Gohan rushes in, but Fused Zamasu has a clear edge over Gohan, with Trunks and Vegeta shortly joining back in the fight. Even together, they aren't a match for Fused Zamasu, with Trunks asking why Zamasu is doing all this. Zamasu begins blaming everything on Trunks, as Goku and Vegeta were the catalyst for him doing the Zero Mortals plan, and they wouldn't have been able to do it if not for Trunks messing with time. Trunks begins to falter as his spirit was shattered by Zamasu's words, with him shortly being knocked out of the fight. Mai finds Trunks and convinces him that what he did was right, reminding him of all the good he has done and what Zamasu stole from them, including Bulma, reigniting his spirit stronger than ever. Trunks comes rushing back into the fight in a new form, surprising everyone. Zamasu is on the back foot against Trunks' beast form, but Zamasu slowly starts doing better against Trunks' rampage. Meanwhile, Gohan is trying to convince Vegeta to fuse with him the same way Zamasu fused, knowing from his research that Potara only lasts an hour for mortals. Vegeta is vehemently against fusing, but as Trunks continues to lose ground, he finally gives in and fuses with Gohan. Vegeta rushes into the fight and begins dominating Zamasu. Zamasu tries to adapt, but Ultimate Vegeta is too much for him, with Vegeta shortly attempting to test the limit of Zamasu's immortality. Vegeta gathers the energy and shouts Final Masenko, with the beam quickly swallowing Zamasu, while Vegeta keeps pouring more power into it until the fusion breaks. Vegeta and Gohan are confused about defusing earlier than expected, but Trunks is quick to ask if they succeeded. Just then they all notice Zamasu's key, but different and smaller, soon locating it. Zamasu wakes up in a daze, but notices he's not fused anymore, with him quickly seeing the charred remains next to him, before realizing Gohan, Vegeta, and Trunks have him in their sights, with him teleporting away. Gohan complains that he got away, but Trunks doubts he'll be too much trouble now after everything that happened. Vegeta sides with Trunks, but strongly encourages Trunks to not let it be an excuse to slack on training, because they don't want to have to keep bailing him out. After returning to the present, Vegeta soon finds that because of the fusion, he now has his own ultimate form. Goku is still skeptical, but ultimately gets Elder Kai to unlock his potential, granting him an ultimate form as well. Time passes until Goku gets bored and shortly goes to visit Zeno. Zeno is happy as always to see Goku, with Goku asking about the tournament that Zeno said he was gonna hold. Having forgotten about it, Zeno gets excited and decides that he'll hold the tournament soon. Goku teleports to Beerus' planet to tell them about getting Zeno to hold a tournament. Beerus attacks Goku and debates erasing him, but Gohan and Whis are able to calm Beerus down. Gohan questions if it's that big of a deal, with Beerus stating that Zeno once erased 6 universes, which gets Gohan angry at Goku as well. Whis states that they should head to the sacred planet of the Kai's to wait for more information. After arriving on the sacred planet of the Kai's, they explain why they are there. They are completely shocked with the Grand Priest shortly arriving. The Grand Priest explains about the Tournament of Power, with how it will be a battle royale with all participating universes needing 10 members, and that it will be held in a week. As a favor to Goku, the Grand Priest reveals that the losing universes will be erased before leaving. Beerus is furious at Goku as his worst fears have been realized, but Gohan states that their top priority should be to gather the team. Whis revives Goku so that he can help with gathering the team, with Gohan saying that he thinks that they should try and avoid disclosing the stakes of the tournament. Goku and Gohan start their search with Vegeta, but there is an issue of that Bulma is due to give birth, and that Vegeta refuses to leave Bulma's side until she gives birth. Whis solves the issue, getting Vegeta to agree to be on the team. Goku continues his search, finding Krillin, and shortly recruits Krillin and 18, with 18 suggesting 17 as another member. Gohan quickly finds Piccolo, with Piccolo joining the team without any issue. Thanks to 18's assistance, Goku quickly finds 17 and after a sparring match is able to recruit 17. Goku finds Tien and Roshi, with him recruiting the two for the team. Meanwhile, Gohan seeks Shin's assistance for recruiting future Trunks, with Shin using the time ring to bring the two to the future. Future Trunks is surprised to see Gohan and a little on guard, worried it might be another imposter, but Gohan is able to reassure Trunks. Gohan explains the situation, including the stakes of the Tournament of Power, and asks if Trunks will help, with Trunks confidently stating that he will help. Trunks does, however, ask to be picked up from his timeline just before the tournament, with Gohan stating that he will stay in the future and train with Trunks, while Shin promises to pick them both up. Goku is surprised as he wouldn't have thought of recruiting future Trunks, or that they even could. Shin explains that normally Gohan's request would be outrageous, but given the situation, bending the rules may be overlooked. Time passes until it's finally time for the Tournament of Power, with the team meeting at Capsule Corp. The team being Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, Future Trunks, Piccolo, Krillin, Tien, Roshi, 17, and 18. With the team gathered, they teleport to the arena for the Tournament of Power. At the arena for the Tournament of Power, Goku and the others watch as the fellow universes teleport in. Once all the universes are present, the Grand Priest begins explaining all the rules of the Tournament of Power, besides the stakes. After a little more time, the tournament finally starts, with Goku, Vegeta, and 17 all heading off on their own to find fights. Universe 9 bites off more than they can chew, challenging Universe 11, and all but the Trio of Danger quickly get tossed out, with a couple of Universe 11 members falling out as well. The Trio of Dangers try their hardest, but are shortly knocked out of the ring. With all of Universe 9 knocked out of the ring, Universe 9 is eliminated and erased from existence. The tournament comes to a crawl as everyone sees the real stakes of the Tournament of Power. It isn't long until the tournament roars back into full swing. Goku, interested in Jiren's power, comes to challenge him, but is stopped by Toppo, who challenges Goku in Jiren's place. Ultimate Goku is able to quite easily overpower Toppo, but Jiren decides to step in and take over the fight, with Toppo going to find another fight. Jiren is easily dominating Goku until Goku begins stacking Kaioken on top of Ultimate. Ultimate Kaioken Goku forces Jiren to use more of his power, but he still has an edge over Goku. Goku, being backed into a corner, begins preparing a Spirit Bomb, with Jiren being kind enough to let Goku fully charge it. Once it's fully charged, Goku throws the Spirit Bomb, but Jiren is able to stop it. Both Goku and Jiren push the Spirit Bomb at the other with all their strength, but they remain in a stalemate, with the Spirit Bomb condensing from the force. Digging deep, Jiren is finally able to break the stalemate and pushes the Spirit Bomb into Goku, with it exploding on Goku. Jiren, assuming Goku is dead, begins leaving, but Goku suddenly jumps out of the rubble in a new form. Goku in Ultra Instinct Sign has a clear edge over Jiren, but Jiren pushes past his limit and begins beating back Goku, with him shortly knocking Goku out of Ultra Instinct Sign. Jiren, however, isn't given a moment's rest as Gohan shortly confronts Jiren. Ultimate Gohan is at a severe disadvantage against Jiren, but Gohan reveals he unlocks something thanks to future Trunks. Beast Gohan begins effortlessly dominating Jiren, despite Jiren continuing to push himself even further beyond his limit. With one final punch, Gohan knocks Jiren through the central pillar, causing it to fall, knocking out a section of the ring, with most of those in that area, including Jiren and some of Universe 7's team, falling out of the ring. A couple more universes are erased as all their members were knocked out in the collapse, with the remaining universes being in shock that the favorite to win fighter was just knocked out of the ring. Many of the remaining fighters lost their fighting spirit, while Universe 7's morale is as high as ever. Piccolo and Trunks found Goku and gave him their spare energy before the three just barely escaped the collapse. Toppo, Dispo, Casserole, and Kettle approached the three, determined to fight until the very end. Trunks takes on Toppo, Goku starts fighting Dispo, and Piccolo begins handling Casserole and Kettle. Piccolo is able to quickly knock out Casserole and Kettle, while Beast Trunks easily knocks out Toppo. Goku, on the other hand, is having trouble with Dispo's speed, even after Trunks and Piccolo join in. Dispo's speed is troublesome, but together they are able to toss Dispo out of the ring, eliminating Universe 11. Meanwhile, Universe 3 fuses into Aniraza, just barely avoiding the collapse, and rushes towards Gohan, with Gohan blasting Aniraza out of the ring. After a flash, a fighter approaches Gohan, stating their name is Kefla, but the fight is quick, with Kefla getting tossed out of the ring. Hit is the final fighter outside of Universe 7 and approaches Goku, requesting a one-on-one fight, which Goku accepts. Ultimate Goku has a slight edge over Hit, with Hit shortly getting knocked out of the ring. The Grand Priest announces that Universe 7 is the winner of the Tournament of Power. After discussing it for a bit with Zeno, the Grand Priest declares that Gohan is the MVP, with Gohan stating his wish is to bring back the other universes. This is where I'll end the part for now. How will their absolute domination in the Tournament of Power affect future events? Find out next time on What If Gohan Kept Training? If you enjoy my content, check out my Steam group and Discord to join the community I'm building, as well as liking the video and subscribing to my channel. And if you have any money to spare, maybe consider throwing a little of it my way. And as always, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are.